got the shorts below, got the shirt above. I don't know why that was needed for the intro, but apparently it was needed. That bear right there is going to be really annoying. Anyways, so today we're going to be reviewing the new Space Jam movie, which I have not seen. Now, it might be a little bit confusing. No, I'm never going to see it, nor do I want to see it, nor have I read enough reviews or seen enough videos on it to make my conclusion. The only thing I've known about this movie is the trailers and TV spots that have been shoved in my face by Instagram marketing, and also I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score, which last time I checked was a 36, so that's literally all I have on this movie, and of course the basic plot premise that I've gotten from the trailers that I didn't even want to watch. They were just kind of forced upon my treasured eyeballs. My eyeballs were taken out of my skull and shoved into these trailers and made to scrutinize them. It was awful. Anyways, so yeah. I invite anyone that has watched this movie to comment below and tell me if I got anything right in this video, because most likely I will get many things wrong, but the whole point of this is for you to prove me wrong, because constantly I believe that I'm correct, so this is really a test of my own beliefs. Here we go. Let's just get one thing off of the bat. I know a few people that have wanted to see this movie due to the fact that it has scenes with that original 2D animation in it. And this has been predominantly showed in the trailers as, like, you know, a callback to those old Looney Tunes cartoons or the original Space Jam movie, of course. I gotta break it to you. There's only about 15 minutes of this footage in this movie. So it really feels as though they're just trying to take this footage, like take this original animation style, put it in the movie in order to get those old viewers that watched Space Jam as a kid, older now, to go see this with their children, you know, kind of feel that nostalgia. And yeah, so kind of a bad marketing ploy in my opinion, because that's probably the main reason it wasn't taken well, is because this isn't in the movie for long. It's like more of a fan service than it is any sort of major plot point, which really kind of sucked. The characters in this movie are dry as shit. LeBron James doesn't feel like he wants to be there at all. The predominant child actor is dog water. Can't even say his lines correctly. It's really sad how just terrible the acting is in this movie. Like, during the end, you had the heartfelt scene. It's like, oh, they agree and it's fine, and they all love each other anyways. But it didn't have any emotion to it. I didn't really care for it. And overall, the entire film felt like it was dehydrated. Like, it had no substance to it. It was like a cracker. That's how this movie felt. That's a good representation. It felt like a cracker. It had all these visual elements, all these 3D worlds, and, you know, CGI characters with, you know, 13 billion polygons in them, and I still couldn't give a shit. The visual effects still look bad, in my opinion. Sure, they have detail, but it doesn't mean they look realistic. And if that's what you're trying to go for, then yeah, it's not good. They still stand out as just being tacky in a way for you to push viewers into theaters where it's like, oh, Space Jam 1, but now CG, funny? Yeah, no, it wasn't. All of the humor in this movie, dry as shit. Again, the type of humor trying to cater towards older audiences where they're trying to draw them in and get them to watch Space Jam 2 because they want to retain that old type of humor, so corny jokes. And I guess I can respect those, but when they're trying to make references to Generation Z, I guess, is what they're trying to market towards as well. They're having to draw a fine line here. It's marketing towards, like, not exactly boomers, but, like, I don't know, Gen X and Gen Z at the same time, so kind of hard. And them trying to balance old corny jokes that would have worked back in the day for Space Jam 1 and balancing these really outdated memes didn't really work for me. Them mentioning Ugandan Knuckles in the first half an hour of the movie, like, really? You had to do that? I was pretty surprised that they would even pull that move, but, I mean, you know, reviving dead memes seems to be some sort of studio need whenever making a movie, so I'm really not surprised that it's even in here, actually. The overall plot isn't very good either. Again, it feels like they had an idea to make a CGI Space Jam and then wrote the plot around that. It doesn't have any sort of specialty to it. The characters themselves that they've written, nothing special, okay? These are the most flatline, basic characters that you can create. There's no depth to them. There's nothing you can relate to at all. You don't shed a tear at all in this movie, even though they try to force feed you different plot points and exposition. It doesn't work. It feels so controlling. It's awful. These characters suck. I cannot think of a moment in this movie where I thought these characters worked for me. I can see what they were trying to go for, just keeping it simple, just make a Space Jam 2, make some money off of it, at least break even, and be done with it. But this is a flop, in my opinion. Really was sad with this one, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a bland cracker. It's a dehydrated cracker, is what I would call this movie. Yeah, so I would say 3 out of 10, maybe. Yeah, that was it. Most of that just being from the impressive work on the 2D animation that was only there for about 15 minutes. So yeah, that's it. That's my review of Space Jam. How was it? Was it even close to the actual movie? Probably not, but I guess we're gonna see. Subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.